Hello everyone, I'm RiverFox. Welcome to another Back to Basics video, and today we're going to be taking a look at expeditions. Now, expeditions are a great feature that you can send your heroes off on expeditions to look for resources, traps, and even survivors. Now, you may not want these to be able to actually use for missions or use for your survivor squads, but you can obtain some great training manuals for free just by sending out some expeditions. And you can do these expeditions pretty much every day, and you will get some great rewards. And if you are doing them every day, then your training manuals are going to build up really nicely without you even having to do anything. So whether you're playing the game or not, or whether you log out at the end of the day and send off an expedition, by the time you come back the following day, then the chances are that expedition will have come back and give you some great free rewards. So first things first, I'm going to get rid of my webcam so it's not stuck in the way, and let's take a look at expeditions and why you should be using them every single day. Okay, so the first thing I want to go through, you need to go onto your command tab and into your heroes, and then when you are in there at the very bottom you will notice expeditions. So if we go onto the expedition screen, now your expeditions may look different than this. They do reset on a daily basis, and you will have different ones available depending on your progress in the game, so don't worry if they don't look like mine. But you can send out expeditions for building materials, you can send them out for crafting materials, you can even send them out for survivors. And you'll notice then on the left hand side in this green bar, it will show you the power that is needed to send out that expedition. So if, for instance, we wanted to send a hero out to look for some wood for us, then we will need to have a power level 20 hero in order to get a completed expedition, and this power will go up as you go and further down your list. Now you will, at the very bottom, you will probably notice that you will have really high power. So this one, for instance, will require 825 power out of the heroes that we send out in order to gain that reward. So let me go on to this one then and send off this expedition. Now you'll also note at the bottom right of the screen the requirements. You will need research points in order to send out your expeditions. Now it did change a while back. You used to use something different, but now we use our research points. So the research points, in case you don't know, on your command tab you have your research here, and these are the same points that you will use for increasing your fort stats. So you won't be able to use them on both. You will only have a certain amount of research points generate each day, so you will need to be careful which ones you do send out or which ones you use it for. But if I go back over onto this screen, let's go down to this highest possible one that I can send. Now, even though this is a really high power one to send out, you are not going to get fantastic rewards, so do not be expecting to get some legendary or mythic survivors back from this. You will not get them. I've never ever, in all the time I've done expeditions, ever got anything better than an epic survivor in these. I don't even know if it is possible to get a legendary from it. But for this one then, if we go onto the screen to send out our expedition squad, now you will notice on here, if I go over this way, we will have two different color numbers. Now if it shows a number in white, then you won't get any additional bonus. But if it's got a green number, means that that is a specific hero that you can send out on this expedition to gain a higher reward. So for instance, this white number here, if I send that out, I know the green isn't that great above the top there, but it will give us a 15% chance of success by sending this hero. Whereas if I send this next one along, with the higher green numbers is going to give us a 31% chance of getting a success on this. So if I select this one, then we've already got a 31% chance, and we've still got a few other slots we can put in. So if we go on here, now we can only add one of the high bonus ones in. So we're going to have to send out some other ones here as well. Now, if they are locked and they have a locked symbol, it normally means that that is somebody that is currently in your hero squad. So if you've got a hero loadout that has got those characters in it, you will not be able to use them to send out on expeditions. Because once you send them on an expedition, you cannot use them in your squad at the same time. So for this one then, we've got a few others we can send out here. So I can select Ray. I can also go and select our field agent Rio, and I can also set out our Steel Wool Anthony. So by adding all 4 of these in, which were 130 characters, then I still only have a 78% chance of success. Now, that still doesn't mean that this expedition is going to come back as a success. It could still fail. It is, I think, pretty random, really, whether they will fail or succeed. But the higher the percentage you have, the more chance of success that you're going to have to get back. I have sent out some expeditions in the past, literally, that have had 28% success rate, and I've even had them come back as success. I've had expeditions I've sent out with a 85% chance of success, and they have failed. So it is going to be one of those things, and there's not much you can do about it. If it does fail, then you don't get any rewards whatsoever. But if it does come back a success, then you can get some great rewards. So I'm going to send this one out and start the expedition. It will come up with a confirmation screen just to make sure, do you want to send this expedition out? So I'm going to go yes and launch that. Now that will then show us that it has been sent out. So on the top here, if we go over to the second tab in, looks a little bit like a steering wheel or a clock here, then this will show any of the expeditions we've sent out. So this one is going to take 21 hours and 59 minutes for that expedition to complete, and once it does, we will then hopefully be able to claim some rewards. So if we go back on again and let's have a look, let's send out some more survivor ones here, because you've got various different ones. You have like this one, supply cache, then this one is going to receive some crafting materials and possibly some traps and things in there as well. So let's go and send this one out. I've got plenty I can put in here. There we go. Now I've only put 4 in here, and I've got 100% chance that that is going to come back with a success. So let's send this one off, and I'm going to do the same then on some other ones here. Now it's always advisable, try and use the highest ones that it will let you send out, because you've got more chance of getting some decent rewards come back. Now with this one, here we go, we've only got a 58% chance of this coming back as a success. So this could be either 50-50, we could get a success or we could fail, who knows. So I'm going to send it out anyway, and we shall wait and see what comes back from it. And yeah, we'll send out another survivor one here, and this one, I mean, this one probably is not going to have too great a reward, but there we go, we can change them over. Oh, there we go. So we can only put one of the bonus ones in there and 2 of the other ones. So we've now got a 66% chance on this one. So we'll see what comes back. Now if you do want to check what expeditions you have sent out, you go on to the second tab here, which is the clock symbol, and this will show you the expeditions that you have sent out and what for. So if for any reason you do want to abandon or cancel that expedition, then you can do so from this screen. But we got maximum of 22 hours here to return for those. So I'm going to come back to this now tomorrow to finish this bit of video off, and we will see what rewards we get. So I will see you in a minute. Okay then, so with the magic of the internet, we are now at the 24-hour mark. So all of our expeditions should now have returned. So if you go back into your Heroes tab, go back down to your expeditions, and you should see all the ones that have returned. So as soon as you click on this, it's going to bring up and show you the results of your expeditions. So let's have a look, see how well we did. So I mean, this one had 100% chance of success. Brilliant. So we got a little bit of brick and some metal and some materials, you know, that we can possibly use. If you're in anything up to sort of Canny Valley, then these are going to be great rewards for you. If not, then if you're in Twine Peaks, then I probably wouldn't recommend even doing the material one. Just stick on the survivors, but anything lower than that, you're going to get some decent rewards out of it. So let's have a look, see what our next one comes back with. We had 100% chance on this one as well, and this is our survivor one. Now it will only show you the one picture on here, but it says that you've got a few survivors that you will have got back, so you'll be able to check that now when you go back into your survivor screen. Next one, let's have a look. We had almost a 90% chance for this one, so luckily that one come back through, and we got some traps for this. And again, unless you're low level, I probably wouldn't even contemplate going in and doing the traps one. It's useful for recycling to get some materials for other traps, but higher end players, you probably don't want to bother. But let's have a look on our next one that we've got. We had almost an 80% chance on this. Now this one, see, has failed, so we won't get anything from that at all. And that's what I was saying, that it is completely random whether it's going to fail or pass. Even on an 80%, you can still fail, so no worries. Next one, we only had a 60% chance on this one, and this one has passed. So we have managed to get some survivors out of this one as well. Yes, they're not great survivors, but we're going to recycle them and be able to get our manuals from it. Last one, 66% chance, and that one has succeeded as well. So we got a load more survivors from this. So if you come out of this screen, go into your survivors and you'll manage. Now these are all of the survivors that we've managed to get from those couple of expeditions that we did. So I don't need any of these whatsoever. I mean, if you are low level players, there might actually be some survivors that you may need to use in there. But if you recycle all of these, you're going to get some survivor XP, and you're going to get 285 training manuals. So it's definitely worthwhile doing this. Even if you just do it at the end of your day when you're not going to be playing anymore, just stick in a load of heroes that you're not going to be using. And yeah, it's a great way for you to get some free training manuals and some free survivor XP. As I said in the video, I don't really recommend you going to use those trap ones. The material ones, they can be useful if you're running short on materials, but trap ones, don't really bother with those at all. I would just go and use the survivor ones and get those resources while you're not playing. So I hope this does help you. If it does, don't forget to hit the like, smash subscribe, turn on the notification bell. Don't forget to check description for all the links for everything else that will help you out in this game. But until the next one, I hope you have a fantastic day and stay safe, my friends.